So just before we get into our break, after game number 3 of 4, I just wanted to bring on a guest from our last game, our official. John, you can feel free to introduce yourself and tell the folks what it is you do. Ryan gave you a shout out at the beginning of the game. Ryan Albin, before he had to go, mentioned you do a lot with the Travel League as well as with here our in-house.
Thanks for having me. My name is John Saporita. I just got done officiating a 11-10 barn burner here. Great game. Kids played very hard. So on my end, I run all the Tribal League stuff out of Griswold. We have 5 teams: a 8th grade girls team, a 7th grade girls team, a 6th grade girls team, along with an 8th grade boys team, and right now an 5th grade boys team. Majority of those teams are very, very successful. Along with that, I run the Hoop Academy. I'm the director of the Hoop Academy AAU program that's run out of Griswold. We just had tryouts last night for the all boys age groups. Next week will be tryouts for all girls age groups. It's great to come down to this level as an official and just watch. You know, these kids are having fun. It's not as competitive, which is a good thing. It's more fun. Because that's what basketball and sports should be for these kids. I think it's very important that we don't forget about that as parents and as coaches and as officials. That the reason they're out here doing this is because they like to and they do want to have fun. So sometimes that gets a little that message gets a little mixed sometimes with kids. So but that was a really good game to officiate. I'm also on the board. I'm on board 8. So I officiate high school games, middle school games, rec league games, and things like that. Not all that much, but just because I am so involved with the, my kids and their programs, because I do have a, 8th grade daughter and a 5th grade son that play for me throughout all these programs.
Yeah, absolutely. And just hearing your resume, just I've only known you for a couple minutes now, but it's clear to see that you're not only a fan of hoops, but it seems like you're truly just someone who can't get enough. And I want to ask, as someone who's so involved, I think most sports fans might agree on the fact that, being an official can be tough. It can feel a little stressful at times. You're often a target of scrutiny. But I want to ask, what do you think is the most rewarding part about being an official?
The most rewarding thing is coming out and seeing these kids. It's a very difficult job. I don't do it obviously for the money. It's not that piece. I do love basketball very much. Growing up, playing basketball and playing sports, basketball has always been quite my favorite. I was able to play Division II basketball on a scholarship. I've had quite a few fantastic coaches and officials that have impacted my my development growth throughout my younger years. Up to now, and good mentors, and being an official at this level of basketball, gives you a chance to be on the court and instruct the kids a little bit as well. It's sometimes parents coach your kids, and it's very difficult if you've ever coached your kid to coach your own children. So at least they're hearing it from somebody else sometimes. And at this level, referees are not only just officiating the game; they're kind of guiding the kids in the right direction on the court. And giving them little pointers to help them succeed.
Absolutely. Just the last thing, and then I'll let you go. I wanted to ask if you were to sort of explain or give a rundown of the Griswold Travel League that goes on here, maybe to a parent that has a kid playing in one of these leagues. I mean, how would you sell it to them? What are the sort of things that a parent could expect if their kid wants to try out for travel?
Sure. So the Travel League is just a little bit different than rec. It's more of a competitive league. So playing time is not guaranteed, and that is the message that we send at the beginning of the season. We do try to get, all the kids do play a good amount, but there's games where some kids will play more than others. My sales pitch is continuance. A lot of these kids, I look at the 8th grade girls team. I've been coaching them probably since they were here, playing on this exact court, playing by these exact rules. And the 8th grade girls team just had 2 undefeated seasons for middle school. Their travel team is 17-1 in a very competitive CBC basketball league. And what the CBC basketball league is the Connecticut Basketball Conference. So what that league consists of is primarily all the teams that from Eastern Connecticut, from Southern Connecticut. It's pretty much the entire state of Connecticut. It kind of resembles what the state tournament would look like on a regular basis for high school teams. So we go, the girls team, the boys teams, they'll play games in South Windsor, they'll play games down in New Haven, they'll play games all around the state against the best town teams there are. And that's what that's what the travel program kind of is. It's definitely a step up from rec league. The skill level is a bit higher, but I just saw some of these kids that would probably fit into the program just fine. The coaches have been with their teams for a long time now, so being from a small town, it's very important to keep these kids together to have that success. That's where we see it. We don't have that luxury of having a huge town where we're drawing thousands of kids or whatever that looks like. So we have to keep these teams together, and you see these groups go, continuing basketball and growing together. And when they get to the middle school levels and the high school levels, they're having continued success throughout. And winning's not everything, but it's fun to win. I've changed my message on that a bit because I think there's benefits in losing as well, and at higher levels. But it's fun to win games, and it keeps the kids coming back. And the travel league is definitely you're getting more practices a week in town. You're getting it's pretty much almost year round because it kind of rolls right into the Hoop Academy basketball program. Where our enrollment has a majority of the Griswold kids involved in that. It's not just Griswold kids because that's not what AAU is, but I'd say about 80 to 90% are come from this town, and I'm proud of how we've been able to progress that program because it did start in Norwich.
Yeah. Well, very well spoken, John. I appreciate you taking some time to share your experience and wisdom and sort of more of the things about what we do here in this small little town. You mentioned, when you're a small town, your community, we all got to rely on each other, and that's sort of what we've been doing. Well, folks, we've got one more game to go in this action-packed slate of basketball. At 1:45, boys 3rd and 4th grade, we'll see the Ducks take on the Raptors. That's at 1:45, but we'll take a little break here. You're watching some Griswold Parks and Rec basketball on our Griswold Parks and Rec Facebook page. Don't go anywhere.